Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Academy Futurae.
Yay!
Yay! I thought John was gonna say something, so I was like, "Shit, go!"
Oh,
Yeah.
bleep, no.
Ah, goddamn.
Whoop.
Cut!
Just
Take
put
it
some,
from
just put some
peeking the
cool, just some cool cat meows over those. Anyways, hi.
And then put a vine boom in there.
Oh no. I'm giving
Anyways,
you your
where we last left off, everyone was still recovering from the shock of what just happened. We had Mr. Traylon accompany the headmaster, see a rather heated argument between the headmaster and his main assistant, Mr. Cedric. After dismissing him, they went down into the Academy's holding cells, where they found Alice Penderson, more or less catatonic from the backlash of whatever that was. So that avenue of questioning had fallen flat for a little bit.
wow.
We had Fran be assigned to investigate areas around the island and its waters. And he, along with Lagerma, did manage to find an underground chamber that looked pretty spoopy. Don't know what it's for yet. I guess we'll find out later. Hey.
Should have turned her into a mole when I had the chance.
Aw.
Quickly, into a mole. Yeah, alright.
Mole.
No, turn it into a giant badger. They have a faster burrowing speed.
Yeah, but then she wouldn't do anything. She don't give a freak.
I mean, I think we're good, like, past the first minute. Has
Yeah,
it been a
15
minute?
It's been 2 minutes now.
Exactly. Fuck
A
shit.
real artist knows when to be creative by not saying fuck. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, we also had Crudez going around trying to soothe some people who also had some pretty bad experiences from the scream, as everyone is calling it.
Say good night. No.
But then, through his efforts, he managed to speak with Sore, who apologized for being so rude to him and gifted him with a lighter.
It's
But even though
Lighty.
And then, his best friend from home was passing out juice boxes and cookies to help soothe everyone.
Yeah.
So that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I think exactly how this ended. Oh yeah, you went to the headmaster's office and chose your next assignment to help learn perhaps about, not so much about what happened, but more about the things that it clearly influenced the Ventus Arma that are known in the school, mostly Gertrude's sword and Lysander's sword, which is heavily suspected to be one.
Yeah.
And you all chose to go to Radiara, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The music picked up when I said Radiara. That shouldn't be happening. But yeah. With that said, we ended last session with someone coming to alert you that Alice had woken up from her stupor and was waiting for you all in a parlor down the hall. And we will pick up there. John, go.
Okay, so, as Jesse mentioned, last session you all had gotten the news that Alice Penderson had finally woken up. So, once again, all of you go down to dungeon cells where Alice Penderson was kept. By the time you get there, you
She's in a-
see... Yes?
She's in a comfy room down the hall, John. Not down the cell again.
Fine.
I wrote it down.
Either way, it is a closed-off room. When you do arrive to meet with her, you find that Neria is already there, sort of like holding her hand, sort of like soothing her woes and whatnot. You see Alice sort of laying back in bed. She looks really weak, but when she does look over towards you guys, she does kind of like put on a very weak facade of snarkiness.
Oh, I'm totally fine. Totally.
It's like she's trying to give you the snark face, but she's so tired that it's only like barely there. Hey there. What are you doing?
Here to check up on you, Sunshine.
Oh, how thoughtful of you. She kind of like very weakly sort of like rolls her eyes. She's so tired she can't even do that all the way.
Yes. Well, it seems you've been quite through the ringer there.
I wouldn't know. I just got up a few hours ago. As
Oh.
far as I know, it's only been a few hours ago. Passed out when it happened.
Oh, I wouldn't say you missed very much either. Or feeling ready for roundabout the day, getting up or an atom, or maybe just chilling out, as the youth say, for a tight minute.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out of bed anytime soon.
And how about a hearty meal of tasty Jello pudding for champions?
If you're making it, I'll eat it.
Well, he's getting the pudding. So Alice, you passed out after screaming for somebody to get away from you. What the fuck is that with that?
Yeah. So, some context. Just to make it clear, ever since I've gotten here, I've been on my best behavior, and I haven't started any trouble. And Neria can vouch for me because we basically shared a cells across from each other. And you can see Neria, the Leonin woman that rescued her from way, way back, sort of like gives a bit of a silent nod. So I haven't done anything, haven't started any trouble. But what I have done was figured out a way to make myself not bored. You see her sort of like weakly outstretch her hand, and you can see, using prestidigitation, she makes sort of like an image of a tiny little fox. As she says, I conjured a familiar. I just wanted to make one so I can see through its eyes and explore the academy to see how everything is going. Which, by the way, I know he isn't here, but next time you see the cat, tell him I'm giving congratulations for his new boyfriend.
Get it, girl? Yeah.
Aw.
You
Can
can
I
still go to hell, but I support it.
can I insight that? Because if I remember correctly, Alice had like iron mittens on to keep her from casting spells.
Who doesn't know?
Roll an insight.
It's rolling.
17. With a 17, you don't get the impression that she's been lying so far.
Alright, so you've been using your familiar to, I guess, more or less, for lack of a better term, spy on the academy. I mean, you're I guess, technically a, quote, guest.
Well, hey, spying makes it seem like I'm working for somebody, and fuck that. When I did my whole black market organization, I made sure I was on top of everything. I'm not gonna work under somebody if I can help it. But yes, I was watching the Academy do its thing. I actually got to see the match that you guys were doing. The one where your little fish friend was getting rid of all the platforms. That was pretty
Eh.
funny, actually.
Yeah, just as they say that, by the way, I kick down the door and bring in that jello, but it also has a giant anime leg of meat. Did somebody say my name in terms of meat?
Sure, let's just say that.
Mm.
But yeah, I've been watching the Academy for a while, and then I just got bored. And so I started exploring outside the Academy. All I could see was through the eyes of my familiar. I couldn't see anything else that was going around. So I went around the forests, and eventually I found one of the old catacombs that I used to make the attack on you guys. I never really got to explore it because I had to make room. I couldn't just stand there and get trampled by my own undead. So I got curious and started exploring around the catacombs. But while I was exploring, I had to stop my familiar site because I had a visitor. It was your headmaster. Me and him had a talk, had a heart-to-heart. He apologized that things got out of hand, and, well, to be honest, I apologize for a lot of things, too. You remember this, but pretty much everything I did regarding the Academy was entirely from, well, no knowledge whatsoever. And just as a quick reminder, if you remember, the reason Alice attacked the Academy is because Leopold went silent and the Academy was silent.
Oh.
So she basically attacked the Academy for nothing. If you
Oh.
Yep.
So we had a long talk. It was a nice, fulfilling talk, but once he left, I turned on my familiar site again, and, well, I guess the fox got curious and started exploring of its own volition. And so by the time I turned back on the familiar site, I was in a place that I had no idea how I got there. And I had no idea how to get back to where I was before, so I just said fuck it and kept exploring. And while I was exploring, I came across a gate. It was strange. It looked ancient, but actually kind of well kept. And so the fox, did fox things. It sort of walked up to it, clawed at it. You know the whole thing.
Yes, it foxed about, as it were.
Did the box drop?
But before it could investigate anything any further, there was something that attacked it. She kind of looks to the side. You can see her kind of like visibly wince as she says, "This is gonna sound like bullshit, but I cannot remember what it looked like."
Well,
Because, I don't know, trauma or something? I don't know.
it makes sense. You were basically passed out for like a few hours. Like comatose, even. so it makes sense.
That's what Neria told me. But I can't remember what it looked like, but all I remembered was that scream. And it came from that thing. I don't know what it was, but that's all I got. The last thing that I remembered once I saw it was waking up a few hours ago.
That is very concerning, considering the fact that there is just an opening somewhere here on the island leading to what effectively be some sort of monster that can cause the equivalent of an arcane earthquake across the globe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how far down Fox got, but if I had to guess, it was really far down. It's probably why it wasn't, ear splitting.
Kind of gives a bit of a shaky hand. Traylon remembering that a lot of people were like, quote, had ear-splitting shriek in their head at the Coliseum.
Well, they're still alive, aren't they?
That's true. Still very concerning. We have already received reports of other Ventus Arma across the globe activating from this, so this was a worldwide event.
She kind of looks to her side again as you mention, the sheer collateral of what happened. As she just sort of like dismissively says, "That's all I got. Sorry if you're expecting much more, but that's literally all I can do."
No, you're providing plenty. This. All right. Who else is in this room?
It is the three of you, Alice and Neria.
All right. We're gonna report this back to the headmaster. As for everyone here, none of this information leaves this room. We can't afford. Right now, Carol is going to be on collateral damage.
Damage control.
Damage control. The rest of the world is going to be demanding answers, and if we just tell them that, oh, Alice here stumbled upon a calamity underneath the island, it's gonna be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, believe me, I had no intention of saying anything, as Neria sort of speaks up. But I would like to imagine the Moment Watchers should know about this, just in case. And they don't share anything with anybody.
Alright, fair. We need to be very selective of who we tell this information to.
Rest assured, I will know what I'm doing. And Alice speaks up with a bit of a groan, almost kind of like she's waking up with a hangover almost. She says, like, "Yeah, you won't have to worry about me. I literally ain't going anywhere."
Also, maybe pull back on exploration with your familiar.
Well, I was bored. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, well, says the gal who effectively attacked the academy for no damn reason. I think whether or not you're bored is kinda not the priority here, sad to say.
Yeah, whatever, fuck you. But facts
You
stand.
first. No.
She like brings a finger underneath her eye and does like the pull down the eyelid and like sticks her tongue at you. But yeah, my lips are sealed. Believe me, I have already fucked up enough. I ain't gonna fuck up anymore.
One can only hope. Well, if there's nothing else to really get out of you now, I think for now just rest up. I'm certain that the headmaster will have something prepared for you. I think he's going to be trying to mitigate your, I guess, involvement. As far as the rest of the world, there is no real answer as to what the hell happened.
Well, I know for a fact, surely, the headmaster isn't dumb enough to just outright said I did it when I'm already in captivity. And besides, I think he of all people would understand that this was an accident. This wasn't like last time. And besides, the day after your match was supposed to be the day me and Neria go on house arrest. Except I'm gonna have to be standing put a bit longer. Neria, however, is free to do whatever she wishes.
Well,
As long as she doesn't leave the island, of course, but you know.
well,
So,
sounds like everything is tied up in a neat little bow.
As neat as it can be, I guess.
Someone's clickety clacking.
so hey, Trailin, about how much should I let Shadinma know if we are letting the Moment Watchers know at least?
Well, you probably don't need to tell them about the scream. They probably heard it from there.
Yeah.
Tell them that it's some sort of being underneath the island. Did Fran ever report to us about the cavern he found?
Did you, Fran?
Did you, Fran?
About you two personally?
Yes.
Yeah, you them personally.
Oh, well, no, but I am happy, more than pleased, you could say, to regale you with my ventures in the dark depths with my sea-bind companion.
As you're talking, Ellis holds up a pillow, looks over to Neri, and just end it all right here if he's gonna keep talking like this.
Loud and bolsterous
Yeah.
girl with a hangover.
Yeah.
No. You must keep your ears open, my good friend. You don't want to not get a jump start and be filled with vigor, with life force, with the tales of adventure and struggle.
And justice! And you scream.
Justice!
You just
Lord.
yelled that in her face.
God.
She just gives you a very deadpan, sort of like, fuck you kind of look.
Well, it's
She's
good to
not-
see plenty of life in your eyes, even if it is of scorn.
That's like the best way to describe Alice.
Yeah.
The best part is, Francesca wasn't even on the mission to Perone, where they first encountered Alice the first time, and yet she somehow seems to hate you more than anybody else.
Oh, man.
She instantly knows my vibe, and it is
Yep.
not hers.
It is
Yep,
not.
she is goth incarnate.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the darkness. That's where the light shines the brightest.
The vibe check has been failed.
Nick.
I'm gonna roll charisma on that.
Roll a charisma.
Okay. There's me. There's she. Key. Intelligence, Constitution, Destiny.
The bottom.
Charisma.
Yeah, these vibes are fucking rancid.
I can't sell these vibes at the market.
Yeah.
My children will go hungry.
Oh no.
You see her close her eyes and say, well, you gotta anything else you want me to answer? I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, actually, I do have a question. How the fuck were you casting spells, or even a find familiar spell with you when you had those iron mittens on?
Oh, I didn't have them on all the time. I have to have my hands so that I can eat my food, after all.
And also, she may have just cast it before she got captured too.
I ain't telling you which.
Yep.
Alright, fine.
I have to have them off to eat my food. Meanwhile, Crudez just like holds up his full hand, like fingers like together, and just kind of brings them down together, just as if to be like, can you not like curl your hand?
She was wearing like well, Traylon was the one that saw it, but she was wearing like iron mittens that didn't allow her to move anything.
Yeah, they're specifically made to make sure that wizards and casters can't, like, use somatic.
Yeah, meaning they can't gesticulate. They can still grip.
No.
No, like it's just like solid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Iron, not like okay.
Yeah.
Not actual mittens.
Yeah.
They're basically just metal tubes.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
All just a
Wacky,
series of
wacky
tubes.
waving, inflatable arm flailing.
It's all just a series of tubes.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that's about as much
Oh, yeah.
information as we can really get out to the situation. Well, if you ladies will excuse us, we have a mission to prepare for.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, does that mean...
Traylon will simply give a nod, and I guess let's discuss on who we potentially will be taking on our next mission.
Yeah. Before we leave, though, I will slide that jello that just has a giant fat leg of lamb on it
What?
to her. She needs a hearty meal to get her strength back.
Neria takes the jello, since she would be the one feeding Alice, basically. As she hands it, she sort of like just gives you a look and says, 2 hearty meals in this room, it seems.
Indeed.
She wants
nod
that
to her.
fish stick.
Ah! That totally went over his head.
Oh, I
Wait.
expected that, but yeah.
They sell fish sticks here?
I don't know. You tell me.
What? Well,
She's-
I can't tell you. I don't know.
She just pulls up her, makes an OK sign, pulls another finger, and just starts to slowly connect them.
No, she just like gives a chuckle and like literally pats you on the fin because she is a Leonin woman, so she would be like tall enough to at least give it a pat, and he goes, "You stay safe, Francesco."
Thank you, madam. But I'm afraid I will do no such thing, for the safety belongs with those I have to save. So have a good one.
Take care of yourself. It would be a shame if you got yourself killed.
I
Especially
never...
now that I can walk around.
Oh. Well, good for you, madam. I'll take as much care as you do for yourself. And I walk out of there so we can start planning.
As you're walking out, give me a perception.
Alright, P is for perception, intelligence, perception.
As you're walking out, as you're walking out, you can hear Alice mutter under her breath over towards Neria, "You like that guy?" To which Neria replies, "Oh, you were boyfriends. You were in love with a giant twig. Don't judge me."
You love a stick bug, bitch. Don't come after me.
You have terrible taste in men. Don't you fucking judge me.
You want to fuck one of the skeletons you summoned, bitch.
Yeah, Fran almost connect.
Sorry,
Sorry.
what?
Well, Alice likes them skinny and scrawny, and, well, Nariel, she likes them stupid.
Wow.
And wide. And Fran almost understands, like, oh, she likes me, but that thought gets cut off by the thought she was dating a person made of tree?
I must investigate.
Ren is ADHD confirmed.
Himbo Prime.
You know, that honestly isn't too far off, honestly.
I can see that.
He just has trouble focusing on the right thing.
Aw.
Well, he's just like so sexless. It just like
Oh, yeah.
bounces off his dome
Yeah.
Hmm.
and just spirals off into a random direction.
So Fran is arrow ace. Good to know.
But yeah, that is the Alice part.
Yes.
I'll take over for a tad bit for a second.
And the area part.
So, you all said you wanted to go discuss who you wanted to take with you, yes?
Yeah.
Alright. I will say above table, there are some restrictions this time, and you know, even as you like go look around in character, you can learn that no house leaders will accompany you on this.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Well,
And
that's...
probably
Well, that certainly limits our actual choices, doesn't it?
a little bit. Because they're all busy helping with the aftermath.
Yeah, they're helping with the damage control. I get you.
Exactly. You probably also shouldn't take any Radiaran students because then the
They'll be
Uncaring
moved.
ones that you were tasked to find wouldn't trust you. Traylon, however, doesn't count because you're from Dwarf Country,
Yeah.
which is already not very on good terms with the church anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in other words, we have to find someone who is human, or at the very least dwarf, that can blend in. We can't take any house leaders, so that almost entirely takes out every human option we have. So our options are, we could go with Gobar.
I was gonna say.
He's an quote orc, but he can pass as human just fine.
I'm not you. I'm sorry.
Drayden
Oh,
used
honey,
to
we
be.
didn't say you were.
I remember that Drayden used to be from Radiata, but he was, well, converted over to Drac culture when he became a born again. A reborn.
but yeah.
Sorry. A reborn.
You're fine.
It's possible he could blend in if he's willing to hide up some of his, holy symbols. We can't take any of the house leaders, so Emil, Hamid, Dia, and Pempa are all out. We could...
Dia is also the fucking princess of
Yeah,
Radiara,
there's
so
no-
Yeah,
yeah,
she
there's-
would literally be recognized on site.
Yeah, there'd
she's
be...
too high profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could, take Daichi.
He is human.
He's an ASMR.
Human-ish. He's
I was gonna say.
he's
I
I
wouldn't pick-
yeah, I would not
Go
take Daichi. He's too... He does not know how to chill.
Yeah.
Has anyone checked on him recently?
Yeah, really. Also,
We-
Wyatt
Bear
also
back
says
one
hang on,
second,
get
but go-
dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
We could technically pick Mookie, but we'd have to convince him to get there in the first place.
Yeah.
Prevent him from spray painting on the walls. Nerds.
Lazuli, she could easily actually, Lazuli, she's an Azamar, but she can easily pass as human. And while she does have a colorful perspective and character-wise, she is very charming, and well, she is a bard. Having her be our front runner, so to speak, or our face for our group would be very useful.
Your charisma character, I get it.
in case we ever need to talk our way out of a situation.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yes,
fair.
I did want to mention, again, because Nimbus won't be joining you, you do get 2 party members.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, I do believe Lazuli would be a good choice.
Alright.
Mhm.
And so at that point, yeah, the majority of the other people are either would be considered Tarnish or from Drac, or just outright not.
Tainted.
Or yeah, sorry, tainted.
Sorry, Tarnish
Yeah.
is from Elden Ring, but I thought it too
Tarnished.
for a moment.
My tarnished.
So I mean, we're already going with a bit of a disadvantage. Fran, I mean, I don't think they would have any problem with tridents, but I feel like the fact that he's different would be, well, let's be real, Radion is full of racist shites.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the capital is, yeah.
And you are definitely going to have to wear some clothes, Crudez.
I know. Though, funny you should mention that. I actually have a bit of an outfit in mind. Although I bet that alone sounds like sacrilege coming from me, so shrug.
Yeah. I think Lazuli will be one of them. And I think it's either going to be a toss-up between Goba or Drayden. Unless any of you really want to take the time to convince Spooky Mookie or freaking Kibishi. Or no, not Kibishi, Daichi. They're really the only that I can think of.
Almost back, but what's the consensus so far?
Definitely, fuck, I forgot their name. Oh yeah, definitely Lazuli, but we're still, like, deliberating on the second person.
I remember before the session started, Will was thinking Juju.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking Juju, but again, like, someone from Drac is gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
We have to avoid anyone that would be considered tainted, and we can't take anyone who's remotely related to Drac, or at the very least anyone who can no Dragonborn or Kobold.
No. Okay.
Yeah. That is true, but I would also like to remind you that Juju as an assassin can basically do disguises pretty well. Just as a heads up.
He can't disguise the fact that he's 3 feet tall, though.
He can
Yeah.
wear robes that cover his body.
He can wear platform heels.
Da body.
He can disguise himself
I mean,
as
you know,
a.
kobolds in a trench coat. That whole
I don't know.
You can get under my clothes and pretend I'm a dwarf.
I mean, honestly, I'd be down for Juju if he can, like, blend in well enough. I mean, no harm in at least asking him and see if he can, like, at least pull it off. You know, get an example of his work. Maybe a little on the spot for him, but eh. Welcome
now
back.
I'm fully back.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh my god.
Oh my god, we're the
Hey.
same person. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
Oh my god. So what are the 3 choices?
2.
Oh, it's just
So-
between those 2?
Oh no, sorry. You get to pick 2 people. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Ah, I see. We get 2 people.
Yeah. So right now we're definitely picking Lazuli, and we're leaning towards Juju, but we need to, like, see if he can, like, disguise himself in some way. What was that loud hiss?
Oh, that was ooh.
If Fran gave me that
Juju?
one.
Okay, but did you
Yeah.
have to hiss right into the mic? My poor ears.
Sorry.
Ow,
Oh, no,
quiet.
Stop! Wyatt, no!
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
That was really loud.
It actually goes hard on my end. Interesting.
You're
Yeah.
peeking the mic so hard.
Anyways.
It's fine, but, like, god damn.
Sorry, I'm cooking fried chicken in here.
God damn. No! Stop it.
Yeah,
Euphemisms.
boy.
No.
Were you frying chicken in there?
No, you stop it. You two. You gotta focus.
Oh god.
I don't know if we necessarily need specifically Juju.
I mean, I don't really like it either, to be fair, but I mean,
Things are just, things are just a bit on the rocks, as one would say. Tumultuous.
I mean, what a time to even them out, I guess.
Fran thinks on that sternly.
Right. What is life if not just physical struggle, but social awkward struggles?
All right. Well, before we, I guess it couldn't hurt to help, to at the very least ask if
Yeah.
Juju is capable of remaining completely stealth through this. Hiding the fact that he's a kobold in Radiara is going to be very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be more than down for a little sneaking about. Seems to be his thing anyway. Plus, I mean, why wouldn't he want to hang out with his best friend?
All right, so we have a final answer: Lazuli and Juju.
Yeah. Juju bees.
GGB's nut. No.
Okay, so Jesse, did you want me to do like brief role play of you approaching them, pretty much?
Oh, you're approaching me. I'd say Lazuli joined for sure. She wants to investigate as well, but
And then she ropes Juju into it.
she probably could like help them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, just very quick, above table.
What?
What?
I've been wanting Juju to go on a mission for like forever.
Ah.
All right. Well, let's see if we can make this happen. All right, Jojo. Alrighty, yeah. Just go towards- see if go to Tox's like near Tox's room and start calling for Juju because he's usually stalking around there.
He's just in his room.
Yeah, he's not even there.
Yeah, Talk just pokes his head out, just like, dude, what do you want? He's in his room.
Oh, well, usually he's around here.
Also, hey.
Oh, hi,
Did
Tox.
you get lost? Are you in the wrong dorm?
No.
I can show you where the green dorm is if you want.
No.
Actually, wait! We're in the same dorm! Oh,
Thank you, Tox. Ah, yes.
But yeah, either way, you knock
love
on
him.
Juju's door, and sure enough, he opens and is sort of just like looking at all of you. Oh, what are you all doing here?
Hello, Juju.
Hey, guess what?
Yep.
No, you first. Go ahead. You're gonna be more helpful.
Alright. Alright, so listen, I'll get straight to the point. We're going on a mission that's involving a bit of a stealth, and we're hoping that maybe perhaps you'd be able to be up for it.
Yes.
You see him kind of like fold his arms a bit as he just says, "Where at?"
Alright, so again, this is only if you feel like you're completely up to it. We are going to be investigating, trying to uncover some information in Radiara, particularly near the capital.
And you're asking me to go to basically the capital of Radiara for whatever it is this is.
Add question to the DM. It was specifically to understand the connections from the Ventus Arma, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, we're
Figure
trying.
out what they are, why this may have affected them so much, etc.
Yes.
Alright. Long story short, we're going there to investigate how the Ventus Arma were related to the, well, that scream that we all heard not too long ago. Apparently, every Ventus armor across the globe just kind of went haywire when it happened. We think that the church may be hiding something.
Well, the greenhouse just got done getting that lecture from Lady Gertrude, so I know what they are. You know, fun fact. If I... And he kind of, like, looks around to make sure that it's, like, everybody who is in know about what he's actually there for before he talks. You know, funny. Before I was assigned the mission to assassinate Toxeros, I almost got a job infiltrating Radiara.
Oh. Well, sounds like you'll be...
Interesting.
Well, looks like you'll have plenty of time to see if you're up for that job.
Still. And he sort of, like, puts his finger up. He's saying, I'm not finished, bitch. But he goes, still.
What do you call him, bitch,
Basically
bitch?
ask...
Sorry, go ahead.
Take someone to know one.
Hey.
But yeah, Juju will go. Still, you're basically asking me to go near the old capital without any sort of means to sort of, well, obfuscate the fact that I'm a black kobold with a tail, with scales, with a snout,
Who's
with all
3
that
feet
sort
tall.
of stuff.
Well,
Seems
And,
pretty
you know.
difficult, and as he says difficult, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from the hallway, you hear a very familiar voice says, "And sounds pretty fun, right?" And you see Juju immediately, like, pale as he hears the voice of Lazuli Sabog strutting from the hallway.
time to girl boss this bitch boy into submission.
Time to troll my kobold friend again. As she strolls in and says, "Don't worry, I actually overheard the details once you started mentioning Juju."
Well, Lazuli, how goes it?
Oh, it's been pretty fun. I've been hearing a lot about you guys from Kabishi. Pretty much about how well as a team that you all work together as.
Hey, no hard feelings from the last fight, though.
Yeah,
So,
it was pretty tough, but a win's a win. Honestly, in hindsight, it was pretty amusing how much you shut down our little friend here. Shut up. Oh, you too. You like it. You know it.
He likes getting beat up?
You like something. As you see Juju immediately cover his face as she says that. But I hear you need someone who can pass off as a human, yeah? I could do that. I'm sure my hair might, you know, turn some heads, but I'm sure there's a way around that. As she, again, looks over to Juju as he just sort of, like, pouts and looks to the side and goes, I guess I could craft a hair dye. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary. I was trained to make disguises, though I can't really hide me not being a kobold. But I do have something that can hide my appearance. You see as he says that, he kind of says that begrudgingly, as you know the regular art of Juju. He always wears very sort of like minimalistic, sort of like rags with a hood.
Yeah. He doesn't go to the expensive boutiques most assassins go to.
Yeah, he's a pious boy.
Yeah.
He is minimalistic.
Yeah. He
So,
does not, however, go to Hot Topic.
no, that's Alice.
Nah.
So,
God damn it.
Leslie will speak up and say, "So, where do we sign up?"
Yeah.
Oh, I'm kidding. I know there isn't really a sign up for this thing. We just agree, right?
Yes, that's about it.
And what about you? As he just sort of like sighs and just goes, Well, if I'm not going there by myself, my chances of survival increase exponentially.
Great, I'll
Fine.
hide you under my dress.
Hmm. Juju, I just want you to know, this may be a great undertaking you're taking, but it is a grand adventure. We'd be honored for you to join in. Put a hand on shoulder.
You see him actually sort of like look to the side as you're patting him, but he does sort of soften a bit as you are the one that is sort of like, you know, making the plea to him.
Oh.
As he says, well, if someone's going to be the meat shield, I'm looking at him right now.
Now that's the kind of skillful talents and tactical thinking we need around here. Wait, where's the meat shield, though?
That be you, lad.
Oh! Wonderful, then. Happy to meet up the group.
Oh yeah, Fran, I just remembered. Did you ever get your scimitar back after the last combat?
You did. I'm
I'd
not
say
even.
so, yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry
I
about
would-
that,
No
it's all
worries.
I was, I was gonna do something funny.
Oh.
Sorry. What was it?
Yeah. Well, not so much funny as like, oh well, I got it. Just pulls it out of nowhere.
He just has
No,
it.
yeah, no one knows where the hell he had it in this skimpy ass outfit. Just like,
I just
oh
think
yeah,
it was
I got
neat.
it for you.
I can't even
I,
accept this.
I knew it was yours. I can't even use it because I'm a druid, but you know. it's
Actually,
yours.
yes.
Pulls it
Druids
out.
can use scimitars. It's the only martial weapon they can equip.
Metal though.
That's only for
Well, there's no
armor.
exception.
Oh. Okay.
Eh. Oh, you can keep a hold of that one. I have far too many weapons I need to test out. Apparently, that I need to beef up with, as everyone will be throwing men at me.
You sure, dude? Bladed weapons aren't really my thing. I'd much prefer a giant paddle.
You know what they say, dear friend. You only get good by trying at stuff you're not good at.
Juju speaks up and says, "The fuck, paddle? The fuck?"
You
Cru-
know,
just
a
crude-
freaking.
Just fucking Crudos with a giant yaoi paddle.
I mean, listen, I wanted a freaking. I don't even know how to pronounce it. A McQuaddle or a
Oh,
McQuaddle or
that
whatever.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay then.
Yeah. But yeah, I've wanted one of those for him for a while.
Yes. Well, what's important is that we have the brains, brawn, and bravery.
And the beauty.
Yes, I am here.
Oh.
That's
Wow.
called a
She
jest.
laughs and she thinks that was really funny.
The guy who never shows his face calls himself the beauty.
Mm,
Well,
it's
hey,
called a
don't hog them
jest.
for yourself now.
Oh. I can already tell this is gonna be a wunderbar of a friendship.
McQuaddle, that's what it is.
Yes.
This Korea's like, oh yeah, I remember what it was now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Like a
as you
freaking
all are-
McQuaddle.
just real quick.
Yeah.
As you all are having your conversation and whatnot, as you solidify the party, so to speak,
Yeah.
you hear a set
Party.
of footsteps approach. You hear it from like the staircase, you know, leading into the hallway. But appearing from the staircase, you don't mind if I cut in or anything, yes?
Would
As
you like to
see
go?
Cedric, pop out.
Cedric, my good man! He goes and hugs him in a crushing manner. Do you want to go on a grand adventure of espionage?
I don't think I would even survive such a thing. But I'm flattered that you would even think of me. But I actually came to ask a question real quick. Actually, well, ask one of you specifically. Mr. Francesco Barano, would you mind coming with me? Real quick?
Ah, of course. I suspect nothing nefarious whatsoever from you, so I suppose it'll be a leisurely afternoon.
No. It's just school-related matters.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, usual checkup.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, Fran. Speaking of your little friend, should we? No, maybe I should talk about this later.
Oh, you mean Juju? He's right over there.
No.
Traylon?
Your he, Crudez just kind of thinks for a minute, like how to best like do this discreetly. But the best he can...
Cuttlefish god thing.
Yeah, that. I was trying to be discreet about it, but yeah.
Oh, there's no need for discreetness. We're not on a mission yet, and we'll talk about it plenty as we go along. You just stick with the others, thinking up good fellowship team names before I get back.
Francesco, you say Cuttlefish God out loud,
Oh
and
lord.
you see Cedric immediately sort of like go a bit wide-eyed, and it's like,
What?
That's unusual.
What do you mean? You literally heard us talk about that the other day.
Earlier today.
Yeah, but you know, it's still really shocking if that's true.
Insight.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
18.
18. Crudez. You see, Cedric sort of like visibly back up a second as Francesco says Cuttlefish God out loud. With an 18, you get the impression that his reaction is sort of like, why the fuck are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Everyone got mad at me
Oh.
by having it in private.
Yeah, but what's the best way to explain this? It is a thing that should be discussed, yes. However, there is still a bit of discretion involved in that. Like, important people need to know, not everyone. Like, and then I'm just imagining like freaking Tox like poking his head out the door, just like, someone say Cuttlefish. No, go back to your room. Sorry, go ahead, Wyatt.
Fran goes up to Lazuli.
yeah,
It is
most...
a cuttlefish. It sounds really tasty.
God damn it. Sorry, go ahead, Wyatt.
Yeah, Fran goes up to Lazuli and is just like, are most mammals this wily in your experiences?
The ones that I work with sometimes are,
Hmm.
but it depends.
Do they often make more sense than this? I can't really figure out their rules of conduct.
It's just something you'll have to figure out as you socialize with them, I would think.
Fair
It's
enough.
a learning process, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That does make sense. Well, you best take care of the smaller ones while I deal with whatever they wish to talk about.
Have fun.
Toodaloo!
All right, Francesco.
So,
yes.
real quick. I'll make it quick. But yeah, once Fran is like out of earshot, Crudez will just kind of sidle up to Traylon and just on the down low be like, yeah, you think we should maybe let our friends up north know about Fran's new friend, or no?
I think it's something to be concerned, and they may have answers. I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Anyway, back to Fran's thing. Sorry.
All right, so Francesco, Cedric leads you out of the dorms. In fact, he kind of takes you on a very long walk
Oh, all right, then I'm
towards-
gonna be doing lunges.
like as you're walking.
Yeah.
This whole time as you're walking, Cedric does not turn back to look at you once.
Quite impressive.
But yeah, eventually he brings you to sort of like he basically brings you towards the staff tower. It's a very long and awkward walk. Like Cedric doesn't talk to you. Even as much as you try to talk to him back, he's not saying anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely gonna. I'm gonna stop doing lunges and start feeling more awkward.
So eventually he leads you up the tower and actually brings you to his own personal office, because despite the fact that he basically sort of, does a lot of odd jobs around the academy, he's still part of the staff, and so he has his own office. So he opens the door for you. It's a quaint little office. It's not really like big and lavish, almost kind of like a mini suite like the headmaster's, but it gets the job done. At least there's not as much paperwork anyway.
Well, he is very efficient.
So he'll open the door as he'll say, "Go ahead and take a seat, Mr. Verano."
All right. Then he puts one foot on the chair.
Just Captain Morgan in it.
Yes, exactly that. Because his sitting pose is a standing pose for most people, because he always has to be at the ready.
He can't T-pose, it'd be too powerful.
Oh lord.
If
Go on, sorry.
nah, it's standing.
Okay. Alright, so he closes the door behind you. He very, loudly locks it. Or at the very least, it sounds loud to you.
All right, then I start putting my hand in my bag.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I always have to be on alert in case something of alertness is required.
There will be no need for that. We're just having a talk.
Take his hand out of bag.
He goes ahead and sits down as dust chair as he says, "So, Mr. Burano, I have been really good friends with your little troop for a while, but you are obviously the newest around here, so I haven't really gotten the chance to know you well. So, what brings you to the academy, actually?"
What brings me here? Looks out the window, tries to get the sun's rays to bounce off him so he looks extra gleamy.
He's gotta put on his hair, and by hair I mean he's gotta have his sun effects.
It's just like the cape flow in the wind thing, but also a fin.
Yeah,
has to
he's
move to
waiting
the other-
for the air machine to turn on.
He has to move to the other side of the room because the lighting's better over there.
God.
Meanwhile, he's hearing some enchanting music in his head, and Cedric's just like, "What are you doing?" Oh, right. What brings me here? It's the chance to bring justice, do goodness, do what I can as a hero champion, not just in some small corner of the world, but onto all of this world.
So you would say here because you want to bring justice, yes?
Yes. To bring a world of peace that few know about.
Funny you say that, because what you're doing right now is endangering all of that. As you
Excuse me.
see his expression, drastically darken.
Oh. What?
without even like responding to what you're saying, he continues and says, "So tell me, how long have you known?" No,
Yeah, Traylon?
you know who I'm talking about, Mr.
Oh, my connection's starting to suffer.
Oh, is it
Oh my god.
the cuttlefish?
How
That one?
long?
What's starting to suffer?
What, Gray?
His
My-
connection,
It's dipping
I
for
think,
some
that is
reason.
starting to suffer.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
And then
Of
maybe I
course,
just
right here.
I can still hear you. Keep
of
going.
course, right here.
Okay.
But anyway, he'll just repeat himself and says, "How long?"
Oh, we're really getting into this. All right, enough of the frivolities. I believe, I suspect, that it all began when we and saw the. I saw the stars stare back at me.
As you are answering this, Francesco, you feel a sharp, piercing sensation in your head. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
6. It's almost kind of like as you're talking, all of a sudden you feel like this very sharp pain in your head. And it's it's very intense, but as quickly as it comes, it's gone. And you take 1 psychic damage.
Oh, that's interesting.
As Cedric sort of like is still staring intently at you this whole time. As he says, "Okay, you're telling the truth so far. But have you made a pact with it?"
Exactly are you doing?
Answer the question.
I refuse to answer questions to those that prove themselves unwilling to earn my trust.
I'm gonna roll something then.
Oh, God.
Okay, yes. You see, as you say this, you see a visible vein, like, bulge in Cedric's forehead, as you see him, like, ball up a fist and slam the table. As he says, "I am so sick and tired of irresponsible people like you endangering the safety of this world. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or am I gonna have to pry them out of you?"
Ran kicks away the chair and starts coming up front to the table. I may be a foolhardy, jovial knight, but I am no fool, and I do not give tolerance to those of uncouth nature.
Sorry, I'm trying to decipher your words real quick.
That's
It's alright, yeah. Right, I should probably do something less flowery.
That's alright. That's
It's
character.
TLDR,
Yeah.
don't fuck with me, don't threaten me.
Yeah,
I may be silly, but I'm not a fool.
I'm not
Yeah.
stupid, and don't be a rude bastard.
I may be a little dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, as you, as you try to, like, chest to chest with him or whatever, roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, boy.
Intelligence saving throw.
I was about to say, watch him nat 20 this.
It's pretty
Just
high.
out of pure spite, just like, no, I resist you, old man.
No,
He's
it
that
is not honorable way to go about.
All right, Francesco, as you finish that sentence, once again you feel this cramping, migraine, like almost crippling pain in your head as it forces you to sort of like recoil backwards, get down to a knee even, as Cedric walks over to you and says, "Do you have any idea how much I have to do to keep the Academy safe? To keep the whole world safe?" Don't even answer that question. Of course you don't. Nobody knows better than me. Not even my husband-to-be.
Oh.
I am just so sick and tired of people making this difficult for me. So you just answer the questions like you're supposed to. Did you or did you not make a pact with him?
Yeah, Fran is like actually on his knees and sweating like he looks like he's gonna vomit.
Oh.
And he's just like, keep the world safe by torturing those that you want on your side. That is not honorable. That is not allies to be. That is villainous. And I do not tolerate villainy or answer to it.
You say I'm your ally? How do I even know that you're an ally of mine? And as he, you see him sort of like reach his hand out to cup you by the cheek to make him look at you. And for a brief minute, like your vision is almost kind of like obscured. You see not Cedric, but you see a silhouette of Cedric, almost kind of like a dark, almost shadowy sort of, almost kind of like a dark, shadowy silhouette of Cedric with almost like a pitch black background, but even in this darkness, you can see the faintest silhouette of tentacles emerging from his back.
Really? That's interesting.
He says, "You know, I didn't plan on having to do this to anybody today, but if you are going to be difficult, then I'm not going to hesitate." And as he says that, take it away, Jesse.
Okay.
As he says that, and you see, as you've explored with mages in your time, that he's getting ready to cast something, and then all of a sudden his hand snaps backwards, and then his arm snaps backwards,
Oh no.
and while you think he should be screaming in pain, all of a sudden he just bends completely backwards at like a 90-degree angle,
Okay.
and then slumps forward. And then after a few moments of what the fuck, you see him slowly raise up, and his eyes are different. They are instead the eyes of a cuttlefish.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, he talks way too much, doesn't he?
Oh,
As it comes
Lord.
out of his mouth.
Fran is like, excuse me?
Are you alright? As he pokes your head, and you feel the splitting pain in your head subside, and actually feel somewhat soothed as you heal that psychic damage you took.
Oh. No, you know what? I don't believe I am. But, I suppose in some sense, yes. But mostly no.
I understand. He can get a little intense, can't he?
Yes, I believe that was getting quite intense. What happened actually? What?
Well, you see, he was getting ready to do something that was probably a very unwise decision. So I intervened. Don't worry, he won't remember any of this.
Oh, well, that's jolly good then. Thank you, I believe, for making that not happen.
You're welcome. I rather like you. I'd rather you not be a drooling, brain-dead fish on the floor.
Oh, what? Oh, was that what he was all about? Oh, well, very good of you then.
He's not a bad guy, I swear. He's just really stressed out.
Yes, I suspected as much when the tentacles were popping out of his back, or unless that was you.
Oh yes, that was me. I was trying to, take control. I don't think he noticed.
I certainly hope not for his sake. Looking over at his body on the ground, I guess.
No, he's standing up. He's speaking through Cedric's body.
Oh, is his arm still all?
Cracked?
Yeah.
Yeah, it snapped back into place.
It's like, hey, Francesco, watch this.
Wasn't that fucking cool?
Yes.
God.
Although, I am getting rather tired having to manifest myself so quickly.
Oh well, I mean, if you need a break sometime, I suppose that'd be good of you.
Well, you're getting ready to go out on the town, I think, so I can take a little break.
Well, what do we do about this now, though?
Oh, about him getting really mad at you mentioning me out loud in public?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I can make him forget all that.
I mean, is that necessary?
I mean, maybe? As he shrugs with Cedric's shoulders.
I mean, I feel guilty about keeping secrets.
Well, how about instead of erasing his memories, I can alter them to think that this conversation went a lot more smoothly. Eh?
Now that is a not nefarious way of going about it. I like that. Just keeping things pleasant on the go-to up front and understanding. That's the better way of thinking about it. Yes. Let's do that.
I really thought you were about to say that was a nautical idea.
May I steal that for later?
Oh yes, go ahead.
Write that down. Write that down. It's gonna make that his catchphrase.
What a nautical idea!
Just like every occasion, just gonna use that. Oh boy. Well, thank you. What do I call you exactly? I feel so rude not having a name for you to go by.
Well, if you must know, my name is, and then, Fran, you hear a noise, and you cannot parse whatever the fuck it was. No, just like, it sounded like static, a whale call, water bubbling, a star exploding, and everything all at once.
Yeah.
But
But
no
you
one
can just call me Record Scratch for short.
But no one can pronounce that. Even
So
this
just
little,
call me Gino after the doll.
no.
No.
But, this young lad, as he pats Cedric's head with his own hand. I need to actually poke John.
Poke, 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 poke. Poke, 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 poke.
You can call me Larry. No.
Bob, the Eldridge Abomination.
Larry.
Larry.
You...
My neighbor's named Larry.
There we
he
go.
did- Sorry, I'm gonna. So, he didn't really know what to call me instead. I told him what I was, and he sort of made a little name out of that.
Oh.
It's actually quite silly, as he, like, blushes with Cedric's face.
He makes an uwu face
Oh,
with Cedric.
woo.
Oh, woo.
You may call me Magoo.
Mr.
Oh,
Magoo.
no. No,
it's-
it's my
and it's-
childhood nickname. No.
And he spells it out on a piece of paper, and he spells it like that.
Magoo. No edge.
NG.
Oh. Well, thank you, Sir Mr. Dr. Magoo.
Just the name is fine. I don't need any prefix, any titles.
Ah, well, I admire being willing to not need epitaphs. Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, not really. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Oh, I'm quite fine. If anything, I feel selfish. How are you doing these days? Would you like something to eat, or hey, we could chat about what's underneath the school exactly, specifically?
Well, I don't eat for starters.
Oh, I
Second,
mean, it's
I
not-
don't actually know what's under the school.
Is it more ancient than yourself?
Oh no, that's physically impossible.
Huh. Physically impossible.
But I
What
wasn't
about-
here. I wasn't here when it went down to the ground. If that helps you any.
Oh, busy handling other matters. I understand.
Oh, you know, drifting through space, making pacts with beings who stumble across me.
Pack? Wait, did
You
we make
know.
a pack?
Would you like to?
Oh, dear.
As
what
you
kind of
see him, he like does get a bit closer to you.
What sort of packs have you made in the past exactly?
Oh, you know, people screaming at the sky about what's out there. Is life really worth living? Can I get that girl to like me back?
Oh,
And every
Lord.
time I would say hello, and they would scream.
Oh, Lord.
And what would you normally ask in return?
To see the world. It's very
Ah.
boring in space, actually.
Oh, so pretty much just to see the world through their eyes type of deal.
Yes.
Sounds rather pleasant, but I'm sorry to say, but I feel there's absolutely nothing in my life I cannot handle or accomplish, and anything I can't, I love the challenge.
No? That's definitely the most unique answer I've gotten.
Not to humble brag, but I'm kind of an alpha male.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, no.
I'm sort of a big fucking deal.
Not to not to boast to a godlike being, but I'm kind of all that and the bag of chips.
Thought they were bags of crisps, as he thinks about colloquialisms.
Oh goodness, I feel so awkward. I've been saying it
Remember there was
wrong
a-
for so long.
Maybe that was another world where they called it that.
Hmm. Very fancy people.
Anyways,
Anywho.
jumbling through this little one's mind as he makes a little cuckoo note motion to Cedric's face. I believe you're going to the light one, the holy one, yes?
Yeah, do you mean my travels that I'll be going on?
Yes.
The light one?
You know, the towers and the light that comes out for whatever reason.
Oh, I haven't been there before, but I'll certainly keep an eye open for it. Is there anything special about that you know of?
Sorry.
It's old. It's old.
Oh, do they pray to a certain god you know?
I know of him, not him personally.
Ooh, what's he like?
As far as I know, light.
Pompous.
Light? Like he's just light?
He is the god of light and the sun.
Well, I mean, that's all well and good. Everyone needs some warmth, but I mean, I've lit candles and it seems like. Eh.
Either way, I think once I let go of him, he'll be telling you where you should go to get more information about where you're going.
Oh, well, that's all well and good then. But you know, you're more than welcome to stop on by, no deal required, and just hang out if you wish. I've got some good companions, with me that I'm sure would love to show you a good row.
I'm sure.
Please
Well-
don't stick yourself out of their mouth, though. I feel that might be something they're not into.
Oh, what, like this? As he rolls his eyes back and you see Cedric open his mouth and a little cuttlefish face go, hello!
No.
Oh. Hello.
It's like adorably terrifying.
Yeah.
A little mind turtle esque voice going, hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I take another point of psychic damage. Yeah, something like that.
Oh no.
Okay, sure, I won't do it.
Thanks. Yeah, good parlor trick though. Quite wow.
Yes, but when can we meet said friend?
Alright, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna switch control back. Wait, nope, hold on.
What?
There we go. His memories have been altered. Goodbye! Slump.
Toodaloo.
You see,
Don't be a stranger.
Once the control shifts back over to Cedric, he sort of like collapses and falls down on his butt. As he sort of like holds his head, he goes, sorry, what happened?
Oh, well.
You fell. You fell down some stairs.
Oh no. No.
Oh, well, we were having a lovely conversation about how I have met and stumbled upon Cuttlefish God. Apparently, I made no deals with him, and, you know, he's just, like, curious about our world, and you want me to keep a tab on him, and then you start talking about your soon-to-be betrothed, and I guess you fainted from just, like, getting so anxious about it all.
Oh my gosh, it was because I wasn't drinking water, was it?
Yes, you always need to drink water. As a fish man, I know that way too well.
Well, I'm not a fish man, but whatever, you know what I mean.
Yes, all life starts from the sea.
Yes, I know. Just, can you get me a glass of water?
Certainly. He grabs a glass and he spits into it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Bleh.
I don't know about this.
Oh, it's not salted.
That wasn't what I was worried about, but you know what? I think I can just walk it off. As
No,
you see him sort of like get back up to his feet and stretch out a little bit, he said, he looks to like get out of the room, but he pauses for a second and says, "Can I just tell you something from the bottom of my heart?
Oh, please, get it off your chest.
You have no idea how grateful I am to have, well, somebody besides my husband to be knowing what I have to do to keep the world safe, and is actually responsible and is not telling anybody and ruining all my plans and making everything difficult, and you have no idea how much of a help this is. So, I really, really want to say thank you. Literally, the world depends on it, so thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. We're all trying to do our best here, of course, trying to make the world a better place and not fall into chaos and stress out and go bonkers.
Oh, I
That-
really need to go to bed.
Yes, please. Please do go to bed. Don't turn the alarm on.
And one last thing. If you're looking to get more information for your trip over to Radiara, I would strongly suggest you go meet Mr. Corvo, Edgar Corvo, your wizard tutor. But he used to be a high-ranking member of the Uncaring Ones, so he probably knows some things.
All right,
Okay,
sound.
I feel like I'm about to pass out again. Later.
Toodaloo.
And he heads out of the room.
And
Wow.
I take a moment just to actually sit down.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the
I
fuck
need
just
time
happened?
to process.
Come full circle.
It's the circle of life.
And it moves
It's
us
us
on.
all.
Yeah.
So, what'd you
Alright.
think of that?
Oh, well, let's keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Is
That
Ray
was
still here?
interesting.
Yeah.
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 Is Ray
Fuck,
still
man.
here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You
Cool.
still here? The stream, however, is not.
God
Gotcha.
damn it.
That's fine, we got VODs.
Yeah.
As long as this is recorded.
I don't know
Yeah.
why it's not telling me that the like videos is stopping. Hmm.
Well, hang on.
The-
Let me refresh and. Oh, okay. There we go.
Ooh. Alright. So, I think we actually mentioned this last time, but yeah, your next goal is to go meet with Edgar, the wizard teacher. You all meet back up together and go to finally gain some knowledge about how you're probably gonna contact this secret society in Radiara.
That would be a good idea. Otherwise, we're just running around blind and trying to commit political espionage, while not knowing what we're gonna do.
Exactly. So you are told to meet with Edgar at the library, as where he usually is, and he'll be waiting for you in one of the upper reading rooms. And he should still have more info on how to contact the Uncaring Ones, as he technically still is a member, but hasn't, obviously been in contact with them since he got recruited by the Academy, to avoid charges against him.
I mean, like, sending isn't a thing.
We get that. Oh yeah, but you get what we mean. He hasn't openly met any of them since then. Anyways, on the way to the library, by this point it's been several hours since the scream happened, and many people are still a bit shook up, but things seem to be returning to normal, quote unquote. There are still students, again, shook up, but there's students from all over walking around getting supplies, helping those that got hit a bit harder. And overall, you feel a reassuring sense of community here at the Academy.
We
So that's pretty
all
neat.
went through a very scary thing. Now let's all hug and be careful.
Yeah.
Let's actually be chill.
Yeah, Frank gets in on that huggage.
Aw. They're like, who are you? Hi.
Don't worry about it. Let's just have a good hug right now, just for a good minute.
Your scales are
right.
still wet.
They're always wet. I was just in the ocean or the bath ocean. The ocean is the big
The
bath.
bath ocean.
Bath ocean. Sounds like a mistranslation of like a bathhouse.
Yeah, the bath ocean.
God, I want to go to an Asian bathhouse.
God.
Like Spirit Away.
Yeah.
I've got a video for that actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, once you are inside the library, you easily find the reading room that was described, and the words "reading room R" are inscribed on the door. And once you open the door, this
Door.
may actually get quiet, so let me make sure it's coming through.
It opens up to reveal LeVar Burton.
Hey, I don't know what that is.
Green Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Take a
That's
look.
real shit, yo.
Yeah.
All right. I want to make sure this song's coming through because there's supposed to be a watery sound behind it.
Yeah.
Anyways, As you step into this reading room, the first thing you notice is that there are indeed tables and chairs set up to facilitate long reading and research sessions, but the walls seem to be covered in vegetation, and the floor also has the appearance and sounds of a gentle river rushing under your feet. You see Edgar and his wife, Vala, both standing in the back of the room beside one of the tables.
Is he actually a bird?
No, Edgar is a half-elf. You see he's got slightly pointed ears. His wife, Vala, however, is a dragonborn lady who is taller than him and very... I don't want to say busty because they don't have breasts, but definitely
Shapely.
has an air about her. She's also just big.
That's hot.
Yeah.
My wife's a fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Ooh, big lady. Ooh, big lady.
We all saw Resident Evil 8.
Anyways, Edgar greets you. Hello there. I hope you enjoy the soothing sounds this room provides. I have to admit it would make me fall asleep.
Well, it certainly is a nice little getaway. Good place for a date.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
That-
just a reading room. But we have spent some time here, yes. You notice, he has several bandages on his face, including, a head wrapping around his head.
Oh hey, what's going on there?
You see his wife, Vala, place a gentle hand on his shoulder. During the panic after your last match, he got run over.
Oh.
Yikes.
People were panicking, and he is a wizard, so his hit die is small.
Oh.
Well, for
He got a little trampled.
He's in
the
there.
boot mark's still on his back.
Oh lord.
I was about to
But
say, I didn't see you in the
you are-
infirmary.
No, it wasn't too bad. Just a few cuts and bruises. But we're not here to talk about that. You're here to learn about the uncaring ones, yes?
Aye. I'm going to be meaning to get in contact with them to meet up in person. Potentially.
The headmaster has briefed me on a few things. I'm sure somewhere in their vaults of knowledge they should have some info on what happened and what the Ventus armor are and how they could connect all this. You see him wave his hand around and a map of Radiara conjures in the middle. I keep adjusting the volume of this song, so hold on. Yeah. You see a few structures form out of the illusion. In the very center of the country, surrounded by mountains, sits the capital, Istis Lux, John?
Eustace Lux, yeah.
Eustace Lux. It's Latin, so.
Is these nuts?
Yes, exactly. Anyways,
That's what
the
you're
many-
gonna say.
yeah, the many spires in the capital illuminate it, brightly. It's like kind of hard to look at. The capital of Radiara, Edgar explains, where I was born and where I was branded a traitor. He looks a little conflicted, but carries on. I had to flee the country after our chapter of the Uncaring Ones was discovered. They had to quickly leave with the knowledge we had borrowed from the ancient archives deep beneath the Grand Cathedral. You won't find any members there anymore unless they're very deep undercover. So he moves his hand again, and the southern region of the map, you see a rustic but majestic castle start to form. Hold on, this song didn't link. There it goes. Anyways. Here is the old capital of Radiara, and His Majesty still resides here in the Palace of Divine Right. And you see a little version of King Aurelius, who you escorted around a few weeks ago, pop up and wave at you all. This part of the country, ironically, isn't under as heavy security as the main capital. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't still church dogs sniffing around for signs of heresy. And
Uh-oh.
what'd you say, Wyatt?
I just.
No, he was just sniffing.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Trying to get a resource real quick.
Dogs are sniffing for something nefarious, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's bad."
So,
Oh
I
god.
know.
all right.
Let's sniff.
Yeah. He waves his hand again, and a symbol begins to form just below the castle on the ground. It forms a pentagon with an eye in the center. So I will link it all to you. This is our symbol. It is the symbol of Bokob, the Uncaring, a god of magics and knowledge. I found great comfort in such an idea due to being half-elven in Radiara. Even though I didn't look that different, my father and others still scorn me for being tainted. So finding a group of people who did not care about any of that was more than a relief. They
Huh.
didn't care. They didn't care what I was. They simply wanted to learn and spread knowledge.
Well, I'm very happy for you that you found people willing not to judge you for the character of your appearance, but for the character of your ideologies.
You hear Vala butter in the background. He is kind of cute, though.
Yes, a darling little daffodil of a gent. As
Anyways,
are all of you.
so if you intend to find them, your best bet would be to interact with the Tainted of Radiara. They actually make up a large portion of the population here in the southern part of Radiara. But of course, you can't just walk up to any random person and ask if they belong to a secret society. And you see he looks a little uncertain now.
I don't
I
know about
can-
that. I feel most secret societies want to brag about themselves.
Please don't. I already almost lost these people once. I'd rather not do it again.
Oh, fair enough then.
I can tell you a passphrase to help you find the uncaring ones. But I will need more than your word to keep this knowledge a secret.
Is this another blood oath?
Not so much a blood oath, but... Do you agree to these terms?
I don't suppose you'll tell us what exactly we will have to give up for these terms.
You won't give up anything. Instead, I just want to make sure you won't tell anyone.
So, Agias.
Yes.
Very well.
Alright. Forgive
by
me,
me.
but I must take any precautions I can. My carelessness nearly got them captured before. I do not wish to make the same mistake again.
Huh. Everyone's all about secrets today.
Yeah.
It's the hot topic, I suppose. But you all agree, yes?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And Fran, you say yes too?
I'll say yes, and I will do my best to honor such a pact, but I may need assistance in, how would Traylon put it? Shutting my trap.
Don't
I
worry.
mean-
Don't worry. If this is the spell that I think it is, you'll be reminded.
Oh, you're not going to egg me in the face, are you?
I might,
What?
but he won't.
If that's... Either way, the spell is cast and your promise has been made. Also, Juju and Lazuli are here because they're supposed to be joining you anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
We're a fellowship now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The passphrase works like this. You can only use it at night and on a clear sky where the stars would be out.
Hmm.
You must ask a person you suspect to be a member exactly this. What secrets do the stars tell? To which they should reply, none, for the light pierces our eyes, my brother. You can link that to them, John, if you want.
Right?
They will probably ask questions themselves after hearing that, and just saying that you seek knowledge and answer as honestly as you can. They'll be making sure you're not church spies and such.
Hmm. Yep.
Where'd you put
All
it?
right.
There it
I
is, yeah.
put it in Roll20, but I will put it
Gotcha.
in the general chat too.
Too late.
All right. You ask a person you suspect to be a member. This exactly. What secrets do the stars tell? They should reply, none. For the light pierces our eyes, my brother.
I'd say Traylon, roll me either like a wisdom check or a history check.
Okay. History.
I'd say you do this with advantage because you live in Radiara, or you did.
All right. So this is gonna be -4 because this is not. Would my arcane, my artificer's lore? No, I probably wouldn't.
No, because it's more like about something you're remembering versus like examining something.
This is still a +8, so.
Gotcha, yeah. Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, 27.
Easily, from that, you realize that he's talking about, or what this phrase is supposed to like be talking about is the fact that the spires of Radiara are always illuminated, even at night, and therefore they actually create a lot of light pollution.
So there are no stars.
Yeah.
So you can't really see the stars in certain areas of Radiara.
Oh.
So the light pierces your eyes.
That's a very interesting relationship.
It's just a clever way of saying the fuck the church.
In a much more classy way.
Do
Right.
they?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Do they? Sorry.
He says if you have any more questions, go on.
Swallowing.
Right.
Does this organization have something against seeing the stars by chance?
Well, no, they want to see the stars. They want to learn. That's really what they're all about, is knowledge and such.
Oh.
The church is very strict on the knowledge they allow. So, this passphrase is both a double meaning of we can't literally see the stars because of the church's influence.
Oh, okay. They're against the church. I follow.
Yes. But not in a militaristic way, more in a spread the truth kind of way.
Hmm. A very underground, fight the system from beneath type of deal.
Fight the power.
Exactly.
Fight the power, but don't shout too loud.
Exactly. You get it. Thank you.
Sounds very inefficient. Let's go.
Francesco, your head explodes.
What?
No, I'm
What?
joking.
I was
Joking.
gonna say.
Kaboom.
That's how he died. Good luck dealing with it.
Cedric didn't kill him. This did.
He did it to himself this time.
All right. So.
Alright.
So basically, we're just gonna have to go to the southern Radiata, look for a couple of tainted and whatnot, see if they're willing to maybe have that symbol around.
Again, you can't just go up asking anyone this.
Right. Look for the symbol at night.
On
see
a
if-
clear
on
sky.
a clear sky.
Clear sky when the stars are visible, correct?
Well, when they would be. That's what a clear sky
When it
means.
would be. Okay, yeah.
Because light pollution.
Alright, keep an eye out for the
God
symbol.
damn it, Wyatt.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the symbol and ask when we have the chance, but not with just any
Yes.
random ass person. Is there a
You
certain
schmuck.
location that we should keep an eye out, like dark alleys, at a pub?
Well, it's a society of scholars and mages, so.
Library, got it.
But again, there may be church inquisitors on the hunt too.
Well,
So be careful who you trust.
well, that's why I have this. He pulls out the crossbow.
Eh,
One of many.
One of many, yeah.
And hey,
Well-
if they really are church schmucks running about in on their cloak and dagger, then no one's really gonna know that they're an actual church official.
Fair enough. Just be careful, everyone. It's been quite some time since I've interacted with them directly. I hope they still trust me enough to help you.
I don't suppose you can just use a sending spell to tell them to keep an eye out for a couple of oddballs.
I could attempt, yes. But again, you will have to seek them out.
Alright. Well, unless we got any more information you want to share, I think we grab what we can and set out in first light.
Very well. If there are no more questions, I bid you all good luck.
Well, all right. We'll leave you and your enchanting wife to it then.
Yes. And you see Vala snicker in the back.
So, do you sleep in a bed or a cave? Like, what's the setup?
Fran!
Well, yeah, it's just like it's
Fran,
very.
dude. That's like asking if you sleep in a bathtub. Oh wait, you do.
Yes.
You even see Juju being like, what the fuck?
Edgar looks like, what the fuck, man? But Vala finds it hilarious.
I mean, he said if he had any questions, I had any questions.
She
He
probably
is my little horde, as she like hugs him. It's like, oh god.
My
See?
little what? Sorry.
horde.
Horde with the dragon.
Yes,
Pretty
he's
sure
my
it's
little
love.
whore. That's right. Oh, by the
All
way,
your
honey, it's 4 o'clock. It's time for your dick flattening.
Oh no.
Yes,
no.
dear.
All your heads explode. Roll new characters.
No.
And this is how TPKs happen.
And this is and Nim walks to the door like, "Hi guys, I'm okay." Oh shit!
And then his head explodes.
No. Stop the head
And the world
exploding.
and the world ended because you all were a bunch of chucklefucks.
No,
Anyway.
the world head exploded.
Right. Really only one last thing to go over.
Mhm.
Do you have any other last minute things you'd like to prepare?
Well,
Anyone to talk to, or you want to set out?
Not at the
Nope.
moment. No. The only thing I can think of personally, didn't on the boat.
Right.
I'll do my thing on the boat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
pretty sure Bogart is still recovering, so I can't get an extra scroll out of him. So
Yeah, he's been out of commission for a little bit.
So, I mean, I'm still decked out from preparing from the fight, so I'm all set.
All right.
Yeah.
We will jump
Okay.
to the next day. You all are fully rested, and you head down to the docks and meet with Onweir, your familiar ship captain, doing his own last-minute checks on the ship before seeing you all approach. Ah,
He's a familiar.
he's the boat captain.
Oh.
Familiar
you-
in the sense that we know him, not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a familiar.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm not really a person. Poof. But yeah. Good to see you all. I'm ready to go if you guys are. And you all notice he's rubbing the back of his neck a lot.
Feeling a little lightheaded from the loss of the weight.
Sure, let's go with that. It's just still feels unreal, man.
Well, I suppose I'd be a little freaked out too if I had a piece of metal crawling underneath my skin.
Dude, what?
Aye.
We'll explain on the boat. So, I'm ready to go if you guys are, though we're not going too far if what I've been briefed on is true. And he opens a map and shows you, a world map. If you're heading to just the west side of Radiara, over here, that shouldn't take more than a day. And I've heard this part isn't as intense as further up north, so it should be easy sailing.
Sailing, sailing on your ship.
I would imagine it would be pretty well policed, at least by Radiara's navy, considering how close it is to both Drac and the former capital.
Well, there's been a ceasefire for a few years now. It's mostly relaxed from what I've heard. Again, I've only recently been able to explore the world.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be smooth sailings, and if not, well, we have 5 very tough folks here that can deal with anything that comes their way without dying. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Leslie,
Exactly.
We're also like, yeah, we're here too.
Yeah.
He just nonchalantly shrugs.
Maybe we die, maybe we don't.
Yeah,
Let's hope we don't.
Let's lean into the not.
Ideally, we shouldn't even be getting into any fights to begin with. So,
Fight.
Yeah, but Onweir is like, you and I both know that's going to happen. But I'm willing to be surprised.
Yes, who doesn't like a good round of fighting for not dying? Seems like a good cause.
anyway, let's set the sails.
Yeah. Alright. As you all climb aboard this familiar ship that you all haven't really been on for a while, as we took our break and the tournament took up a lot of time. But you're finally setting out into the world again. I'd say we will close. What was the thing you wanted to do, Crudez?
Before that, you said
Okay.
familiar again, and I'm just thinking to myself, surprise, I'm not really a boat. Poof.
Poof.
But yeah. So yeah, I would say what's it? Well, it was mostly getting on the horn to Chidinma there to let her know about developments.
I forget, is this like an actual like sending thing we gave you, or is it just like vibes?
It's what is it?
Was
Hang on.
the way that you've
Similar
roleplayed
to
it
a
out-
far
Yeah.
similar to a far speech stone, not a sending stone.
Okay, so it's like a walkie-talkie. Okay, it's been
Yeah.
a
This
bit.
would be something you would have to go into full blown deep trance for.
It's
but
basically
Yeah.
a communion, but with Minma.
Yeah.
and very psychedelic and starry.
Yeah, waka waka.
So yeah, let Chidinma know about what we know about the Scream, and what's it? And I'd imagine, yeah, probably let her know about unless Fran has mentioned anything about it during this time, our currently as yet nameless to him cuttlefish friend that only Fran has met.
Yeah.
Hello. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go ahead and make your communion to talk to Chidinma.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, it takes quite a while, obviously, because you were on a boat. You probably get somewhere private and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Eventually, you you get into your trance, and you eventually reopen your eyes and find yourself in the familiar sort of like starry spacescape where
That
you
is
and your
spacescape.
entire body is nothing more than just stardust made manifest. It always takes about a minute or so, but eventually you see the form, the Loxodon form, of Chiefess Chidinma manifests itself as it looks over to you. And before you can even say anything, you see the starry silhouette of Chijinma just go over to you and give you a big hug immediately.
Oh.
My poor nephew.
Oh. Hey, how you doing?
I am doing a lot better now that I know that you are safe, Crudas.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're safe too, Auntie.
If you are talking to me, then that means you must be well enough.
We're on our way to Radiara right now, and I figure I should probably like there's some stuff I gotta apprise you of because I figure the Moment Watchers might want to know, and he'll take this time to at least like explain the stuff about the scream, just kind of like you see it, just so we don't like regurgitate
Yeah.
the entire thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are well aware of this scream that you call it. We have had many difficulties when it happened. Our tribe is one of very advanced magical usage. For a while, none of our oracles were able to divine anything. It was quite a crisis for half a day, but it is back to normal.
Actually, now that we're talking about it, did any kind of magic items go haywire over there? Like, really specifically?
Not that we know of.
Well, I mean, that's actually kind of a relief.
One of our wells really acted up in particular, but it went as quickly as soon as it came. It was... You remember during your trial how you looked into a well to scry upon the world, yes?
I did that actually fairly recently.
Yes, it was that one. Say that again, sorry?
He was talking about how he did some scrying fairly recently.
Yeah.
With you made your own scrying well.
Well, not exactly a well. I did have a basin with water in it, yes.
You truly are a child of our tribe, crude as a Moment Watcher.
As he leaves out the part of like the little rubber ducky floating around.
Yes, you're using Fran's bathwater as the...
That's the cap.
Yeah.
Listen, Moment Watchers make do. Anywho.
New catchphrase confirmed.
Lol.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, also, something that's been kinda... I'm not sure how to feel about it, but, so... Fran has kind of gained a bit of a new friend.
Yeah.
He says it's some kind of cuttlefish looking thing. Apparently it has some like interstellar something or other. It's Frank called it a god, but that doesn't seem right, especially since like he seems to be the only one who's seen it, but I figured I'd at least let you know, see if that maybe rings any kind of bells. I mean, You guys know everything up there.
I'll go ahead and roll something for her then.
Well, almost everything.
Just all of a sudden inside your little communion space, there's a boop. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
No. Hello.
Am I interrupting anything?
Hello.
But yeah,
Kinda, but hello.
You see the starry silhouette of Chidinma visibly sort of like ponder to herself. And then eventually she says, You speak of a great old one, I believe. There are many gods that live in this plane of existence and around the multiverse, the whole universe. But the one you speak of, one that only your friend knows about, I cannot think of anything other than a great old one. They are entities of the cosmos themselves. They...
I mean, from what Fran tells me, it doesn't seem to be dangerous, at least, as far as we know. And I would trust Fran to tell us otherwise. Wink,
Did
wink.
Fran tell them about his encounter?
With the professor? With the
Yeah,
sorry, the staff member.
Yeah, with the thing getting like possessed.
Yeah, he totally told
Okay,
them. Because
cool.
like he like came in just like how I told them. He came in through the door and
Guys,
just like
holy
properly
fuck.
laid down on the ground.
Guys,
What?
holy fuck.
Guys, holy
Guys,
fuck.
holy fuck! Gentlemen, holiest of fucks just happened.
So,
God
did you
damn.
mention the whole thing, or just the bit concerning the cuttlefish, or Magoo, I should say?
I feel like Fran literally, like, ideology-wise, does not lie to those he considers allies, so therefore he told them as much as he could.
Gotcha.
Traylon is very concerned.
Yes. So is Crudez. Wanted me to talk in cuttlefish. Anyway.
What the cuttlefish? God damn it.
In response to, she will continue and say, if this one seems to be non-hostile, then I believe that checks out. Most great old ones have no care for the affairs of mortals. So the fact that it is not outwardly malicious is not surprising, but it is comforting.
Though it did
But-
kind of... Though from what Fran says, it did kind of save his ass to an extent. Which kind of clashes with that whole not into worldly affairs thing. But
Just a general,
yeah.
it's a general interest, and they find Fran amusing, so they don't want Cedric to throw a bitch fit and hurt him.
Oh,
Yeah, you get it.
yeah.
It's like a mom sending a letter to the network executive about what they don't like about the TV show program.
Magoo is a Karen.
No!
No,
John, your head
no,
explodes.
leave Magoo alone.
The name of this episode, Heads Explode.
No, heads explode. Everyone laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But anywho,
but yeah, she will continue and say, well, that is different, but not unwelcome. If what you say is true, that this being has a fondness for your friend, then it is best not to complain about it.
fair.
if he is truly looking out for his best interest, then it should be safe to assume that it is not harmful. But do be cautious, of course.
I imagine that with something like that, its designs could change on a whim, so
Exactly.
you know.
But enough about your friend. What about you? Are you doing okay?
I
Are
mean,
you hurt or anything?
Are you
not
eating
really.
enough?
I mean, what?
Sorry, you're eating enough.
God damn
You're
it.
so skinny. You need to eat more.
You
Did
like meat.
anything happen when the scream happened?
I mean, well, a lot of stuff happened at the academy, honestly, but I mean, that's. Anyway, yeah, I tried to use Mom's Star Globe again just to kind of reach out to really anyone. I was kind of panicking for a bit, and I had these visions again.
Your vision.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I
Visions.
wrote them down. Let me just. And he'll pretty much like relay like the visions that he'd gotten like time and time again here, like the big list that you sent me.
Yeah.
And then just to add on to that, and one of my other friends from school there, Kasacha, you remember him, right? He actually
Yes.
had
The beast.
Oh.
yeah. Anyway, it seems like he had, when the scream happened, he had a vision himself, and it was something kind of close to when he had his vision here for the trial, and I wasn't really sure what to tell him. Because, I mean,
Curious. Why would he have any vision? What you said his vision was just of his worst self, yes?
it was of his worst self, yes. And remind me again, above table here, but like the majority of the people who were having visions after the scream, those were like the more magic oriented students, yeah?
The
Magically and divine.
Divinely.
Yeah, divinely ones were worse, but magical ones also suffered
Okay.
some side effects. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
But the divine suffered the worst.
he'll relay that to Chidinma then.
Then perhaps. Actually, I'm gonna have her roll for it.
It,
He does not come across as divinely inclined. But if what you say is true, then perhaps there is more to him than he realizes. But that is my only guess.
Right. Excuse me. Although I did find it kind of weird that I didn't really have any visions like around the same time everyone else did. It took me trying to reach out through Mom's Star Globe out of panic, and I've mentioned I've had these specific visions before, yeah?
I don't
Did
think
we?
you have to her, no.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the second time, and I do have a bit of a plan in mind for that, but the majority of it will have to wait until we get back from Radiara, just because everyone's still kind of calming down.
Yes. I feel we all need to calm especially the village.
Hmm.
A lot of people ran around like they were chickens with their heads cut off. The second they were even cut off for a moment from our divine magic.
Hmm.
But we're safe now, but more
I'm glad.
importantly, you are.
Hmm. I'm glad.
And you
And he'll
had your
give her
first
a big hug.
visions. Ah!
The what now?
Did you had your first visions? Ah!
This.
She's so proud. She's gonna put them on the fridge.
God.
If you're receiving visions, proper visions, for the first time, then I must remind you of how our form of divining works. And you must remember this. It is much easier to look into the past. It's moderately difficult to see the present. But the future, you cannot predict the future. The future comes to you. And because it comes to you, it is vague. I'm sure you know that well enough already.
Yeah.
It is your judgment as a moment watcher, Crudes, to make the best judgment. It is what we do.
And honestly, that's kind of what I ended up telling Pisacha, because he was kind of worried about that. Just, hey, our futures aren't written in stone. Like, sure, we can see stuff that looks like our future, but ultimately it's up to us to shape that, you know?
Well said, Crudes of Moment Watcher.
Well, thank you.
Now then, I'm sure you have many things that you need to worry about. You get your rest, my nephew.
Love you too, Aunt Chidimma. And if anyone else there is wondering, let them know I'm okay too.
Of course.
I above table here. I forgot the name of the group that what's it? The Cruda group.
Well, that was the group that Neria is part of, the Sisters of Cruda.
Oh, Sisters of Cruda, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're the ones that left.
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah, they're not
Yeah.
still here. Okay.
Yeah.
Chidimma wants nothing to do with them, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Never
fucking
mind then.
bitches.
I had to get my lore straightened out a little bit. There's a lot.
Yeah. So you
But yeah.
disconnect.
I'd say yeah.
Roll a perception as you disconnect.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hello. No. Magoo, no. But also yes, but no. Perception healthy +4, 6. Wait. Wait.
What? What?
Ha. What was my cosmic omen? Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. Can only reduce other people's things. I can't raise my own.
You think you maybe feel a presence, but it's probably just Chidimma leaving. That's fine.
No. You can't do this to me.
I can do what I please. I'm the
I
DM.
know, but you can't though. Fuck.
Yeah. But I'd say with that, we will end there for this week.
Hey. I want answers, you jerk.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, bye, recording.
bye, you too.
Bye, what's left of stream. Bye.